Yes, kind of.
Okay.
I'm working on bag N, unless Todd's package has miraculously arrived or something, which is doubtful.
There's an anvil on it.
Really? If you've never ordered anything from Todd's Workshop or Tod Cutler, two separate but similar companies, then I'm going to let you in on the absolute thrill of receiving a package. Now, this is not a sponsored video in any way, and there's a good chance that you're already well acquainted with Todd and the products that he manufactures, because he has a popular YouTube channel where he tests medieval crossbows and he displays weapons that he's built and shows you how to properly wear a sword belt, and so on and so forth. He's a wealth of info on arms and armor and history and a number of other subjects. You can sign up for email alerts, and he has promotions and sales throughout the year. The thing is, even without a discount, the prices you'll find at Todd's Workshop and Tod Cutler are unbelievably low. But don't tell him that, though. Maybe it's just that labor costs are much higher in the US. Anything handmade here carries a significant premium. If you're looking for historical accuracy too, yeah, good luck. The first item here is a leather quiver with a wooden base for crossbow bolts. Everything I'm opening today will be used in upcoming videos. I can't wait. I've been more interested in archery since I got my first longbow, and working on a crossbow build video too. Crossbows are definitely an underappreciated weapon. Never as popular with the English as the longbow, but there's still something about them that's so cool. Nearly a month had passed between ordering and delivery due to the absolute mess that is DHL Express.
I don't know what that is. I can't remember. Oh, I do remember what this is.
Their 2-day delivery was supposed to arrive on April 30th at my door, but when the shipping container arrived in the US, they didn't even bother to open it for 3 weeks. That's the story I got when I attempted to find out the reason for the delay. But at least customs didn't confiscate my sharp new things. So in that more than 3-week wait, I had actually forgotten exactly what I was getting. So in a weird way, I guess it makes it that much more exciting to open this. It's like Christmas gifts from the old me to the current me. The mace head is brass, and it's dated for the 13th through the 15th century. For me, I like replicas that I can use for 13th century impressions. My favorite century if I had to choose just one. Shad's recent and hilarious elevation of the lowly stick and its cousin the walking stick, and distant relative the mace, is really what has me motivated to do some testing, shall we say. I've got a video coming up for that as well. Have you ever seen a will dating to the 16th century or earlier? If it's in English and not Latin, you would find it extremely difficult to read due to the lack of punctuation and the spelling, and especially the way that the individual letters appear. While I was digging through my own family history, I got my hands on several wills, photocopies of course, and they were handwritten in beautiful script, and I became interested in handwriting. I have a number of quills, but not one of these. This is a cast bronze pen, 1150 to 1450, so basically unchanged for centuries. If I can find a way to make English handwriting interesting enough to warrant a video, I will definitely do a tutorial or something like that.
Alright, let's see what else we got.
Alright, now we're getting to the good stuff. This is something you need for everyday use. It's not flashy at all, but you'd have it on your belt for all of your meals. It's simple, perfect. The website describes it as based on a River Thames find, in use from about the 12th century through the 14th century, and the sheath, as simple as it is very accurate.
Oh, this is so cool though. Whoa, it's sharp.
Is that real blade?
I wish I had this.
Is that a sword?
A sword, exactly. Oh, look at how beautiful this is.
It's like a dagger.
There's a book I recently purchased called Covering the Blade, Archaeological Leather Sheaths and Scabbards by Markita Volkin and Olaf Gubitz.
What does the X's mean?
Oh, it's a little decoration.
It's an excellent resource if you're interested in historical accuracy when it comes to sheaths and scabbards, and there's one that looks very much like this.
Okay, last thing to open. What's this?
The last item I have for you today is the one I'm most excited about.
Okay, ready?
The Quill and Dagger. For the longest time I had my eyes on the Albion Arn dagger. Do you remember that movie from 2007? The movie dagger was designed by Peter Johnson, like other Albions, but I had a tough time justifying spending almost the same amount on a dagger as an Albion sword. And then later I came across Todd's Quill and Dagger, which is very similar and actually comes with a sheath, so I've been waiting for this in a way for a long time. I plan to embellish the natural tan leather sheath with a carving of some kind, and I'll likely do that on camera in the near future. The grip is wrapped like an Albion. It's very nice, and there are several colors to choose from. I went with brown, very classic. The pommel is rounded, though not perfectly, maybe type G, but it's divided down the center and tapers a bit from the center to the edge. The crossguard is quite simple, but it has a nice finished appearance with a subtly rounded end on either side of the quillin. It came oiled and very well packaged. It's peened, again, simple as well, and very well priced. All of these items came specifically from TodCutler.com, but for the Quill and Dagger, you can find a more detailed and elaborate one on ToddsWorkshop.com if you're willing to spend a little bit more. Just to take a moment to appreciate the crossbow bolt quiver, I couldn't be more happy with this. The stitching, the simple carved leather embellishments.
Got this real thick, nice leather.
So to let you know what I'm doing here, I plan to make an archery quiver on camera for my buddy Kimmy, and so that's going to be in the works soon as well. I may borrow slightly from the design of this quiver. It's always nice to work with something as a starting point rather than a drawing, for instance, from an illuminated manuscript. That can be a real challenge. So what do you think? What do you have your eye on at Todd's online shops? Let me know in the comments. If I can get some other delivery service besides DHL Express, I might be ordering again soon. Till then, the dagger and the knife are going to be going with me everywhere I go, where it's legal to carry it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. Not my regular type of video, but it's interesting to get an idea of what you're going to get when you order. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Really appreciate it as always. Be well, my friends. If you enjoyed the unboxing or have an interest in adding to your medieval reenactment kit, check out the review I did for Viking and Weaver, another company that makes reenactment goods.